Ayo! Didn't get the job done for us. Frustrating night. It's hump day. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and we are here to talk some Wednesday basketball, baby. That's right. It was a rough night in the NBA. 1-2 night. It's still better than 0-3. Last half full. Still 19-11 in the last 30, but I'm still mad. Last 2 days have just been a struggle. I went 2-0 on the leans that I put out in the pinned comments. Hopefully, you guys tailed those at least to help out. But I will say this: if 2 days where you go 1-2 just absolutely kill you, even though you've won 19 the last 30, you're probably betting too much. So I just always want to point that out because some people, one day seems to kill them. So just wanted to point that out: unit management and all that kind of stuff. But we will get into all that in a little bit. Hopefully, you guys like my bets recap and all my little rants I go on because I mean that's what it's about. I like to express how I feel about all the. I mean, I did a whole video for all my best bets. The next day I want to tell you, what went right, what went wrong, all this kind of stuff. So hopefully it helps you with your betting, or maybe you just like to laugh at me for ranting all the time. I don't know, but I like to be transparent about every single bet because I'm not here to hide anything. I'm just here to talk sports and try to help you guys out. But anyways, cool announcement for the Super Bowl. That Super Bowl collab video I have mentioned that I did with a few people. That video has been released, but you cannot listen to it until 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That link is below in the description. Go check it out. Hit the notification button, and you will have that out ready to go 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Wednesday, later today. But that was a ton of fun. And our own Super Bowl video will be out on this channel on Thursday. Stay tuned for that. I'm going to break down this game, give you my best bets, and I got more than one, that's for sure. And I'm going to let you know who I think is taking home that trophy, Super Bowl 58. But anyways, I'm ready to get going. But before we do, we got a new Jabbo MVP. Let's check it out. There it is. Welcome to the club at Melvin Davis 4905. Thank you very much for becoming a Jabbo MVP and supporting our channel. For everybody else who has already done it or been following for the last couple months as a Jabbo MVP, we really appreciate it. If we bring any value, any entertainment, or help with your bets in any way, it's only $2.99 a month. Hit that join button below. Prioritize replies, badges, emojis, shout out, things like that. But most importantly, it helps support the growth of this channel. So, anyways, we had an NBA talk yesterday about three guys that I wanted you guys to rank: Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, and Giannis, and it brought some interesting arguments and interesting answers because I saw answers everywhere. Some people like KG the best, some like Duncan, some thought Giannis were. I mean, it was all over. That's what I wanted. I loved all the. I haven't replied to everyone yet, but I loved all the answers. So thank you guys for participating. I will just say this because some people hated my answer, and that's fine. That, you know what? As long as you're respectful about arguing with someone in sports, I love it. It's great. That's the beauty of sports. But I will say this about every sports argument: when your only argument is that he has more titles, it just doesn't seem right to me. It seems a little lazy because it is not tennis, like I've said in a comment below yesterday. It is a team sport, and they say Tim Duncan has more titles than KG. Put KG on the Spurs and tell me how many titles he has. Do you think he has more than one? Probably. So that's kind of a lazy argument. If you disagree, that's completely fine. I just think that maybe it puts someone over the top if they're even, possibly, but it's such a team sport, and people win more titles than the others. In that case, Charles Barkley's not good, Dan Marino's not good, things like that. So, anyways, just want to point it out. Love talking sports. So, thank you guys for being a part of that. But this long intro continues. Let's go dad joke time. I got one, and then I got one from a follower yesterday or a commenter. Here we go. My dad joke. What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common? They're both parasites. Okay, here we go. From yesterday, the comments at it's wave. It's WAV. I'm not sure exactly. You think gas prices are expensive? Have you seen chimneys? They're through the roof. That's a dad joke right there. Nice work. So thank you for that one, and we got some other good ones too. Yeah, go read those. They're just fun to read every morning too. But in this video, we're gonna recap yesterday. It is small forward day. Talk defenses that give up the most points, rebounds, and assists to the small forward position. And then because it's Wednesdays, we are talking the G's of threes. That's right, the hot 3-point shooters in the last 8 games. And then I'll give you my best bets, and we'll wrap it all up with that bets recap. We got a big show for you today. Hit that like button, leave a comment below. We got to hit 500 likes. And I don't think we did. I could be wrong. I haven't even checked it actually now that I think about it. I checked it like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. We hadn't hit it yet, but maybe we did. If not, go back and hit it if you want. But anyways, we are chasing our first 21,000 subscribers. So if you're new, hit that subscribe button. We got a great positive community here at Just a Bit Outside, but that's enough rambling. Holy smokes, I'm talking too much. Let's get it started with the bets recap. All right, let's talk about this 1 and 2 day. We came up 4 IO points away from a winning night, but the first one, guys, Grizzlies team total under 100 and a half. They scored 24 in the first quarter. They scored 22 in the second quarter, 28 in the third, still looking okay. 39 points in the fourth quarter. I told you this. The Grizzlies' only chance to score over 100 is one, the Knicks decide not to play defense because it's just a boring game and they don't want to try that hard, or two, the Memphis Grizzlies shoot out of their minds. Both happened, guys. The Memphis Grizzlies, 21 for 37 from three-point range, 56% from the G League. I don't even know what to say. That's basketball, and that's why I love sports. Obviously, betting can ruin sports sometimes because that's the beauty of it. You have these guys who are playing that don't usually play. They're trying their hardest. They hit a ton of shots this game, and it just happened. I don't know what to tell you. I did watch some of the game. Knicks had some lazy closeouts. Just didn't seem to care. They almost ended up losing the game. They ended up pulling away at the very end to win by 10. They were up by like 100 at halftime. So it was just a lazy performance by the Knicks, honestly. It was embarrassing for them to give up 113, let guys wide open shoot threes, and the Grizzlies knocked them down. Credit to them. It is what it is. I know you guys are going to comment, say, oh, the Grizzlies are competitive, all that. I know they are. But they shouldn't have scored over 100 points with that roster. There's just no way against them one defense. But they did. So I lost. The joke's on me. Next one. IO, IO, IO. I'm not even going to cheer for him. Listen, he played. This isn't excuses, by the way. I just like to tell you guys what's happening. Io did not start this game out of nowhere. So, first of all, if a coach changes that, they should probably call me. That would really help me. But he didn't start, and he played 10 less minutes because of it. They decided to go absolutely humongous and start Vucevic at the four, which is the power forward, and start Andre Drummond at center. Just two big, lumbering dudes. And Io came off the bench. He played in an overtime game. He didn't even play 30 minutes in an overtime game. The last three games before that, he was just short of 40 minutes. I mean, it was brutal. He only took 6 shots, scored 6 points. It is what it is. It just sucks. And this is the kind of thing where player props or betting can be tough because they have this plan. They knew it all along. Here's we are starting. Here's who's going to play how many minutes for the most part. And I'm just sitting here like an idiot saying, "Oh, Io's going to play 40 minutes," and that's just what happens. But anyways, he scored 6. I ruined Boncaro. Boncaro had 7 assists. That was the easiest bet in the world, and I ruined it. That was my fault. And then the added play wins again. I might need to just do added plays more often instead of pushing out a ton of bets the night before because it won again. Gobert 12 plus rebounds. I think he had at least 15. And then Jimmy Butler 15 plus points. He was struggling for a while and then went crazy for a little stretch. I think he ended with over 20 points in that one. But either way, thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. I know it's a lot. But anyways, 1911 run still overall 123 and 111 up 11.53 units. All right, we're moving on. We're flushing yesterday. It's time to talk some small forwards. All right, we got two matchups, and on the left are the 10 defenses giving up the most points to the small forward position, and on the right are the small forwards averaging the most points per game in the last 15 days. We got two matchups for you today. Clippers giving up 22.65 points, playing the Pelicans, and Brandon Ingram, who is averaging the most points of all small forwards at 24 points per game in the last 15 days, and Zion is questionable in that game. And then the other matchup, Pistons playing Harrison Barnes and the Kings, Harrison is averaging 19.3 points per game. Pistons giving up over 22 points per game. But other than that, there's a lot of the scorers are technically power forwards. As you see on power forward list, it's just a dominating list. On these small forward lists, you guys get guys like Cam Whitmore, OG Anunoby, who hasn't played in a little bit because of injury, but he should be back soon. And then Franz Wagner. Anytime I can say that. That's a third video in a row. But anyways, Jimmy Butler, DeRozan, so on and so on. Miles Bridges was on here, but he's now a power forward. He's been playing power forward a little bit more lately, so he is going to be in that list if he makes it. So, anyways, that's the points. Let's go check out the rebounds. We have 3 matchups. We got the Celtics taking on Sadiq Bey and the Atlanta Hawks. Sadiq Bey averaging 7.2 rebounds per game. And then the Spurs giving up over 8 rebounds per game to the small forward position, playing Jimmy Butler for the Miami Heat, who gets 6.1 rebounds per game. And then last matchup, the Hawks 7.85 going up against the Celtics. Same matchup, other side. Jalen Brown averaging 7 rebounds per game. Take a screenshot, get some winners on those two, and let's check out the final page, the assists, and there are no matchups. Sorry to say. Chris Middleton leading the way of all small forwards, averaging 6.4 assists per game. And number four, Franz Wagner, 4.8. That accent is getting worse, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, that's the points, rebounds, and assists to the small forward position. Hopefully that helps you guys go get some winners. Leave a comment below if you guys have been using these all week. Obviously, those are just matchups for today. But you can always refer back to them and all that, and hopefully you can get some winners. But that is what we got for that position. And now it's time to talk some G's of threes. All right, if you are new to the channel, these are the G's of threes. We talk about them every Wednesday, the hottest shooters from downtown, and we do the 40 and 40 rule. You must have taken 40 or more three-pointers to qualify and shoot 40% or better, and the man is back. Steph Curry, after a few weeks off from this list, 49 of 108, 45.4%. That is actually the highest percentage on this page one. We have 3 pages for you. And as you can see on the bottom, Tyler Hero, if someone has actually played less than those 8 games, I put in 7 games just so you guys can get some help. Or if you guys are doing math, 62 shots divided by 7, just so you have an idea on how many shots these guys are taking per game. We got the youngster, the rookie, Brandon Miller up there for the Hornets shooting 40.3%. But take a screenshot. Let's check out page two now. And we got the other Bogdanovich up there shooting 43.3%. Highest one on this page by far, Mr. Trey Young, 26 for 49, shooting 53.1%. That is not too shabby. Gary Trent Jr. for the Raptors, shooting 46.3%. Karl Anthony Towns, 46.2. And then Josh Green down there, shooting 48.9. So not too bad. But that's page two. Let's check out the final page. There is the leader in the clubhouse, Sam Merrill of the Cleveland Cavaliers, shooting 53.5%, the highest percentage in the last 8 games with this 40 and 40 rule. A couple Clippers up top with Kawhi shooting an impressive 51.2% from 3-point range. And then you got Simone Fettuccini down there for the Utah Jazz, 17 for 41, 41.5%. And Royce O'Neal maybe making his first appearance as well, 16 for 40, right at 40%. But those are the G's of threes. Hopefully that helps you guys get some 3-point bet winners or whatever it is. Hopefully it helps you in any way. I'm ready to get going. Let's talk some best bets. Game number one takes us out to Philadelphia, home of the Philly cheesesteaks that I heard are incredible. I don't know. I've never been to Philly. But the 76ers hosting the Golden State Warriors. Warriors -1. Total in this game 237. Against the spread numbers, Warriors 23, 23, and 1. But they are 13 and 8 against the spread on the road. Top 5 against the spread road team. Surprising because they were awful last season. 76ers 29 and 20 against the spread. 16 and 9 ATS at home, one of the best home teams out there, maybe the number one team. I don't remember, but it's up there. Obviously without Joel Embiid now. Over under Warriors 28 and 19 to the over, the second highest over team in the NBA. You want to know who number one is? The team they're playing. The Sixers 30 and 19 to the over, the number one over team in the NBA. We have the two biggest over teams playing each other. If I had to pick a side, I have no freaking clue, but I'd probably go over. It's probably a good bet here at 237. But my best bet in this game, it's going to be a little different. I'm taking a chance here. I have a 1.5 units on this, and it's broken down to this. Give me Jonathan Kaminga 20 plus points for a unit at plus 100, and give me Kaminga 25 plus points for a half unit at plus 290. Those odds I got on DraftKings. That's right. I'm betting a 1.5 unit. If he doesn't reach 20 points, I lose a unit and a half. But if he hits 25, it is a nice little winner of 2.45 units. So here we go. Let's talk about Mr. Kaminga. Been on an absolute tear. We've talked about this guy before. We've gotten a winner with him before recently. He has scored 20 plus points in 9 of his last 10 games. It's practically a 100% hit rate since he's gotten more minutes and how he's playing. The only game he didn't, his teammate decided to score 60. Steph Curry. Obviously, not a common thing that happens all the time. Well, it seems like it lately, but so I mean, other than that one game, he's hit it 9 of 10. He's averaging almost 16 shots per game in these last 10. I'm not going to use his numbers from like a month ago. It doesn't matter. He wasn't playing big minutes. Now he's starting playing big minutes. But let's talk about him. So he's taking almost 16 shots per game. In the last 10 games, he is 96 for 158 from the field, shooting 60.8%. The crazy part is he's not scoring because he's a three ball shooter. He's only 14 for 26 which is impressive, 40 or 53.8%, but he's only taken 26 three balls in the last 10 games because this guy attacks the rim like none other. He has 97 of those 158 shots are right at the rim. I mean, if you look at his shot chart, it is right there in the zone, like right under the hoop, literally underneath the half circle, everything. It is incredible. He's shooting 66% from there. So why I say this is because he's been efficient. He's taking good quality shots. He's getting to the rim. He's not settling for terrible shots. When you watch him, you know what I'm saying. He knows how to finish, but he knows how to get to the rim. That is for sure. It's pretty impressive. So he's also, because he gets to the rim a lot, it helps him get some free throws. He's averaging a little over 6 free throws per game in the last 7 games. Philly's been average giving up points in the paint this season, but now they're without Embiid, obviously. In the last 3 games without Embiid, the 76ers have the third worst defensive rating in the NBA. That's no surprise. Embiid helps down there, obviously. If they don't have a big guy to help protect the paint, and you got a guy like Kaminga attacking the rim, cutting to the rim, getting shots, I think it's just a great matchup for him. Of course, you got two pretty decent paces as well. Two over teams. There could be a ton of points, 240 possibly. So I just need Kaminga to hit 20. That's the main one. That's the one unit. Now, not much different. Obviously, it's the same guy, 25 plus points, but he scored 25 plus in 6 of his last 10 games, and we're getting plus 290. That's right. 6 of his last 10 plus 290. And one of those he missed by 1 point. He had 24. I almost went 24 plus points. If you want to do that, that's fine too. And another one was because Curry went off. So he missed one by one. The other one, Curry went off. So, I mean, it's been pretty impressive. He has scored 25 plus points in 5 of his last 7 games, too. So you don't get this very often. Plus 290 for something a guy has done in 5 of the last 7 games. He's got a good matchup here. I think he continues to roll. He plays big minutes. He has high volume, high quality shots at the rim. No big man there for the 76ers, and at least not like Embiid. So give me Kaminga 20 plus points and Kaminga 25 plus points as my first best bet. Bet365 is now live in Arizona and Indiana. This is a great deal, guys. Thanks to our partnership with OddsShopper. Click that link below to sign up. But for new users, you get one of two promotions. You get your choice. First bet safety net, $2,000 in bonus bets. You can bet $1,000 bet on something. If you lose, you get it all back in bonus bets, all the way up to 2 grand. Or you can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, whichever one you choose. Bet365 is moving. They're going to have great odds for the waste management for the Super Bowl. So if you're in one of those new states, go sign up. They are now in 9 states, I believe. Use that link below. Again, you must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. And now back to the bets. All right, before I get into bet number two, just want to let you know this is my final bet of the video. It's a small 7 game slate. I will have an added play tomorrow. Don't you worry. There's a 100% chance of that. It will be in the pinned comments below. I may even have 2 added plays on X and Discord and pinned comments. So I have a lean after this one also, so stay tuned. But this second bet is a player prop parlay. Give me Trey Young, 3+3s, and Donovan Mitchell, 20 plus points at minus 102 on DraftKings. I know Donovan Mitchell brings back some bad memories, but let's talk Trey Young real quick. This is the meat and potatoes of this parlay right here. Odds are around minus 150 on its own. I am not betting Trey Young over 2.5 threes at minus 150. But the G's of threes showed it. Trey Young is on an absolute fire. 26 for 49, 53.1% from deep. That's impressive in the last 8 games. He's just on absolute fire, and he's taken 38 threes in the last 4 games. I mean, he is launching that sucker, averaging shooting over 9 3 balls per game. He's taking on the Celtics. Obviously, Celtics a good defense. We know that, good team, but they've allowed the fourth most 3 pointers attempted per game to their opponents this year at 37.1. To me, that tells me the opportunities will be there. They give up a lot of threes. Celtics middle of the pack last 30 days, giving up made 3 pointers to the point guard position. But to me, this is all about volume, guys, and how he's been looking. I mean, he is just shooting lights out. He can be streaky sometimes, so you want to catch him when he's on one of these hot waves. And if he's going to take 9 or 10 threes, and all I need him to do is make 3, I like my chances in this one. So give me Trey Young 3+3s as the first leg, and this second one, Donovan Mitchell 20 plus points. He ruined our night 2 nights ago by coming up 1 assist short. But guys, I am just asking Donovan Mitchell to score 20. This is an absolute throw in to get that minus 150 close to even money. If he does not score 20 plus points, I will never bet him again this year. Maybe never, ever, ever again. Injury doesn't count, though, if he gets hurt. But either way, his points line is 26.5, now moving up to 27.5. I went all the way down. I only need 20. The only thing that could really hold him back from going over 26 and a half, in my opinion, is just an absolute blowout. They're playing the Wizards, and there's a chance they blow them out. And if they do, that's the only potential worry. But 20 should be well low enough, even in a blowout in this game. He has scored 20 plus points in 36 of 39 games. I will repeat that again, 36 of 39 games. There's just no freaking way he's gonna ruin this for me, right, Donovan? I know you're listening. But he is playing the Wizards, like I mentioned. They are literally terrible on defense. They play fast and they are terrible on defense. I will just be so incredibly mad if we lose this because Donovan Mitchell doesn't score 20. So, like I said, he's done this 36 and 39. I think he does it again along with Trey Young. That's right. We are taking a 3-point prop on the G's of threes day. So let's do it. Let's get Trey Young, Donovan Mitchell as my second best bet of the night. And then a lean I have that I just have not pulled the trigger. It's the Clippers -6, maybe 6.5 now in some books, depending on when you see it. Or you could use the Clippers in a money line parlay. I don't mind that either. But Zion is questionable for the Pelicans. So Clippers are at home hosting New Orleans. If Zion gets ruled out, you're going to get good line value if you get it at 6 because this line is going to go up, obviously. He's been questionable a couple times in a row and has played, so it's hard to say whether he will play or not. Clippers are absolutely rolling right now. It is a weird spot because they just played a really long road trip. It's their first game back home. But you know what? You just can't trust the Pelicans. The Clippers are rolling right now. So just spotting the schedule, not knowing about Zion. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet, but that is an option as Clippers -6. And like I said, money line parlay, maybe a same game parlay if you like a player prop to pair with the money line or something like that. That's the lean I have right now. There's a lot of big spreads, but you know what? I kind of lean some of these underdogs also if you're just looking at spreads. Maybe the Spurs with the Heat on the second night of a back to back, Hornets getting some points. You know what? I kind of lean some of those, but it's early. It's the night before, so I'll let you know my one or two added plays in the pinned comments below. But that's the show, and let's check out the bets recap. All right, there it is. Two bets right now with one or two more to come. The first one, it's kind of a bet and a half, though. We got a 1.5 unit play. Jonathan Kaminga, 20 plus points at plus 100 for 1 unit. And then Jonathan Kaminga, you only live once, 25 plus points at plus 290 for a half unit. Man, oh man, would that be sweet if he scored 25 or more. And then the last one we just talked about, Trey Young, 3 plus threes, Donovan Mitchell, 20 plus points. You get minus 102 on DraftKings. We got some good odds today. Two plus money and one almost there at minus 102. But those are the two bets for February 7th. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, that Super Bowl collab video will be out later today, 6 p.m. Eastern. The link is going to be below. That was a lot of fun. And then we'll have our Super Bowl video come out Thursday. And I can't wait to break down this great Super Bowl between the 49ers and the Chiefs. One last quick announcement. We did not have time to do a golf video. I will have my bets posted later today and Wednesday on Twitter and on Discord for that Waste Management Open and all that. So, anyway, sorry we couldn't get a video out. Just a really busy week in life and all these sports. So, that's what we got, though. I hope everyone has a great Wednesday, and we'll talk to you soon.